everyone, and welcome back to Love is Strange. Sorry if it took me a while to speak there. Sometimes my editing software cuts off the beginning, so I just end up saying like, guys, welcome back, or whatever, and you don't hear me say hi, so I try to wait a minute before I say it so that it doesn't get cut off. But we are here with Victoria. We're having like a movie night. I can't remember what we're watching, but we're watching something, and we're sat very close. And just a few minutes in, and it's already way obvious I'm not paying attention. Not only do I have no clue what's going on, I'm way more focused on the weight of Victoria's leg against mine, and the way she has her arm draped behind me resting on the couch. It's comfortable. She's comfortable. Who would have thought? I can't find in myself to find that thought weird at all, in the darkness of the room. Just like in the car, it feels like it's just the two of us, except this time it really is. You're not falling asleep, are you? Victoria clears her throat, shifting next to me. I burrow my fingers into the blanket, trying to focus on the characters on the screen and the white subtitles on the bottom. I lose track again when I feel Victoria's arm shift behind my shoulders. No way. Not when I'm trying to control the beating of my heart. Thursday. Oh, I bet we're gonna wake up like we'll have fallen asleep on top of each other. I'm stirred awake by the muffled vibration of my cell phone against my leg, which is weird, considering I usually leave it on my nightstand, not in my pocket. I furrow my brows when it gives another ring, exhaling and curling closer to the warmth of my blanket. I'm super warm. Like, really warm. That's a little weird too, I guess. I'm so tired I can't bring myself to care a whole lot, not even when my phone vibrates again. And someone's wrapping their arm around my waist. It's Nathan. Hold on, what? My eyes shoot open, heart lurching right into my throat when I'm greeted by the sight of a tuft of blonde hair and Victoria's sleeping face. Way too close to mine, actually. She's totally knocked out, lips parted and face free of tension. Holy shit, I fell asleep in Victoria's room? I can feel all the heat rushing to my face, and I hold my breath like that'll do anything. If Victoria was going to wake up, she probably would have already, huh? Regardless, I can't stop myself from gulping hard. Now that I'm actually paying attention, I realise the position we're in. That's Victoria's arm around my waist. Oh god. Oh my god. No wonder I'm so warm. It's hard not to be when your partner is tucked really, really securely against your side. I bite my lip, totally aware now of the little puffs of breath that come from Victoria's lips brushing against my cheek. Let's see if the diary is updated already. I don't know yet. I don't really read these. I do show you them though, just in case you guys want to read them. So I don't know if this is new, but here's this page again. I do read like certain paragraphs. Okay, yeah. In the next scene, it will probably talk about this. I mean, it's realistic, you know, she hasn't had time to write in her diary yet, so why would it already be full? She just woke up. Awesome. I fell asleep on her yesterday. Smooth, Max. Taking about another second to gather myself, I finally glance around the room. Judging by the sunlight streaming through Victoria's window, it's probably the morning. I know I fell asleep last night, but why didn't Victoria just wake me up? Out of all people, I thought she'd be the one to boot me out first. Instead, I'm on her bed. On her bed? I could have sworn we were on the couch last night. Oh, jeez. I whisper without thought, pausing when Victoria sniffs and shifts next to me. The last thing I want to do is wake her up. I do turn my head to glance at her, though. My nose brushes against some of her hair. I get a strong whiff of something sweet. Wowzers. She even went as far as to bring me to her bed when she totally could have left me on the couch. I don't know how she did it, but she did. I'm sorry, I need to sneeze. I don't know if it's going to happen, but I'm just warning you. I wonder what was going through her mind. But of course she wouldn't just let me have the bed all to myself. I don't blame her. I couldn't see her sleeping on the couch either. I can't help but smile a bit, my tension easing up immensely. So Victoria does have a heart under all those mean remarks. Well, of course, especially after yesterday. Speaking of yesterday, I'm not surprised that that's Victoria's way of showing she cares, by totally calling me out. I carefully reach into my pocket for my phone, sticking my tongue out in concentration while I do. Victoria shifts a little and I freeze, but eventually I manage to whisk it out. Sneeze is gone, I'm fine now. Oh, just texts from Mum and Dad wishing me luck today. Thanks, parents. Unfortunately, I frown when I read the time. 9 o'clock. Did we oversleep? It sucks, but I should probably wake her up. The sunlight streaming through her windows is an indication that pretty soon it will be the perfect time for a shoot. She pulls out a gun, just shoots her. Victoria looks so comfortable, like she's got no worries at all. It's nice to see her without that scowl on her face or that real arrogant smirk she throws around. Should I? Okay, if it's going to be taking photos of her, no. Oh, okay, yeah, let's wake her up. We got an achievement. Oh, and we got a bonus photo. No matter how tempting it is, I definitely should wake her up. She might be pretty pissed off if she finds out that I woke up and didn't tell her. I take one last minute to bask in the glory that's sleeping Victoria before I reach and jostle her awake gently, shaking her arm. Hey, Victoria. Victoria groans, furrowing her brow and burrowing into me further. It's hard to read out loud, you guys. I tense up and bite my lip, feeling myself blush so hard I'm confident my head's gonna explode. I had no clue Victoria was such a cuddler. Kinda cute. I'm comfortable too, but we should probably, Victoria finally lifts her head, sleepily glaring at me. It's kind of funny, actually. With all those upturned ends of her hair, there's nothing intimidating about her. I'm not sure what else I expected, but it wasn't this. Probably something dramatic. Did they change the character model? Because that would be good if they did. Instead, she's just scowling at me, for a second at least. Something seems to light up with comprehension in her eyes, and they widen a little before she's pulling away from me and rubbing at her face. Ah, okay, I want her hair to be like all out of place like they were just describing, but it's fine. What time is it? Her voice is thick with sleep. It's around 9. In the morning? I raise my brows and Victoria takes notice, groaning and waving in my direction. Don't answer that. It's too early. It's not that early. Victoria grumbles at that, shooting me a stare that's probably supposed to look more vicious than it is. I never would have pegged Victoria as someone who's not a morning person. With all those times I woke her up blaring her hi-fi, you'd think I woke up to her blaring her hi-fi, you'd think the opposite. No, not really. Give me a second to actually wake up, Christ. Victoria turns from me, swinging her legs over the edge of the bed. She rubs at her eyes and I watch the way the sunlight highlights her messy hair, the curve of her back and her tank top. It looks like the perfect shot. Thankfully my camera is too far from me to do anything. I don't think Victoria would be happy if I just snuck a picture of her. I wonder if she knows how camera worthy she really is. So, about last night. You fell asleep. Victoria says plainly, a hint of accusation snuck in there. I was way tired. You did keep me out the whole day yesterday. Let's check the diary again. No. Is that a problem? No, you just didn't give me a heads up. She sighs dramatically. It's not my fault you're weak, Caulfield. Whatever, it was your loss. Oh right, we didn't get to finish the movie. A real tragedy. Hilarious. Kudos to you. She snorts. Also, wrong. You didn't get to finish. I did. I smile at that, amused. Is that seriously something to be proud of? Don't take that out of context. Are you going to tell me what I missed? Victoria huffs and I watch her run her hands through her bedhead and finally stand up. It's funny because I actually just finished watching a movie, and to anyone else it's probably not like a big deal or anything, but to me I find it hard to concentrate for long periods of time. I don't have ADHD, I have no attention span whatsoever. And I just watched Jennifer's Body for the first time, and it was really good. I really liked it. And there were a couple of my favourite bands in there. Panic at the Disco had a song in it, which is how I found out about the movie from their music video. And also when the characters had a Fall Out Boy poster, and I was like, same. Victoria huffs and I watch her run her... Okay, I read that. What? I can't just tell you that. There was too much going on. It won't have the same impact either. The same impact? Really? Victoria goes pink, I think. That can't be a trick of the lights. Yes, thanks for actually, listening. Anyways, I guess you'll just have to come back later. That makes me straighten up, leaning on my elbows. For real? Victoria shrugs, walking away from me and towards her closet. Maybe, if we're actually competent during this photo shoot, which translates to, you know, if you actually get out of bed. She might have let me sleep in it, but I should have known better than to think she wouldn't kick me out. Alright, the whole time they were like on the bed talking. I thought Max had like gotten up or something. Don't worry, I'm going. I stretch, actually sitting up. She's not wrong. We have to actually get ready for the shoot today. The shoot? I run my fingers through my hair idly, blinking at Victoria's back. What she'd said last night. Was she serious about all that? Victoria actually has faith in me. She trusts me not to screw this up. I don't really know if I trust me not to screw up either, but the more I think about Victoria's roundabout way of trying to encourage me, the more confident I feel. As for Victoria, with all that you'd think she's totally prepared, but I can't help but feel like she's just as nervous as I am. You're making that face again. Victoria catches my eye in her mirror and I straighten my shoulders, standing at attention. Which face? According to you, there's tons of them. Smart ass. Victoria turns to me, a hand on her hip. Now that she's facing me, I can see a little furrow in her brow. You'll get wrinkles, girl. The dweeby one you get whenever you're ridiculously deep in thought. Wow, thanks. Victoria hums. Seriously, what is it? I feel like if we say this top one, she'll just be like, yeah, I am. And then that will kind of be it. Like, she won't really understand and we'll have to explain ourselves. So we'll just say, are you nervous? I don't really expect Victoria to respond, actually. I know that's kind of a personal question. Victoria Chase? Nervous? I don't think I've ever seen her nervous a day in my life. Not out of class and definitely not in class. Victoria watches me and breathes in softly. A little. I have big plans after this if we win. Victoria brushes her hair back, skimming her fingers over her arm after, like she's unsure what to do with it. Are you nervous? I look at her and nod a little. It's hard to not be. I know you have plans, so I've been thinking that this could be serious. Yeah, serious. Ugh, there's hardly anything to worry about, Max. By the way, I know it would help a lot if I were to do separate voices for each character, so you could tell which character's speaking a little better, but A, I'm not going to try and imitate their actual voices because that would be borderline offensive. B, because they already kind of have canon voices. If I was to just do a voice like this, it wouldn't be their voice, you know? And C, I've come this far doing the same voice, so I might as well continue now. Maybe in another series I might do different voices. In my Red String of Fate playthrough, I do different voices for the characters, but in this one, everyone just has the same voice. Victoria shifts, turning around to stare in the mirror again. Our photos, I do try and give Victoria like kind of a mean girl type voice, you know, like just the way Victoria is, but I don't try too much because I don't want to make an idiot of myself. Our photos are going to come out fine, especially with moi helping you out. I laugh at the ridiculously dramatic flair to that. Right, I can always trust you. Of course. Who else could help you wiggle out of that hippie style? I push myself off her bed, just to look up at her smirking in the mirror. It's not hippie, mostly. It's just normal stuff. Or normal life. Mundane stuff, every day. I can't read tonight. Life, Victoria repeats and then scoffs. What a hippie thing to say. Whatever, I say in amusement, reaching for my camera bag on the couch, proof I'd been there last night. I scoop up my new clothes too. We'll just have to see about our stuff. That we will, Max. Now you need to actually look good, so go get ready. Yeah, I'm going. Au revoir. I shut the door after watching her wave me away distractedly. Okay, here we go. It's been updated. October 10th. I woke up in Victoria's room after falling asleep in there, which is definitely in the top 5 list of most alarming moments in my entire life. Hopefully that's the only mortifying morning after I'll ever have to experience. On the bright side, Victoria's kind of cute first thing in the morning. Of course, she got right to drilling at me, wanting to know what was on my mind. I guess my expression made it obvious to her that I was anxious. It's weird that she's so... I don't know if concerned is the word I'm looking for, but it's like she's, well, invested in how this turns out. I don't know if it's more for herself or for the both of us. It's definitely not just for me. Not that it's wrong to be invested in this thing. Partnering with Victoria has just made me even more anxious. I shut the door after watching her wave me away distractedly. Au revoir, I repeat faintly, heading back across to my room. My footsteps feel so much lighter. Okay. Oh, I thought we were gonna go to her room. I guess not. When we arrive at the boardwalk, it's the same as ever, bustling with a few couples and high school students trying to enjoy their day off. Despite all the sights and colours and the twitch of my fingers, I don't reach for my camera. After all, this isn't the spot, according to Victoria. The majority of the walk is quiet, and with nothing to do with my hands, I end up just toying with the end of my brand new cardigan. It's quiet, and so I kind of feel the need to fill the silence with something. I ask the most obvious... should that say questions? I don't feel like this is my fault this time. I ask the most obvious questions? I don't know. Wondering how Victoria's feeling about all this. Ready? I should be asking you that. I'm more than ready. Just kind of anxious. And you shouldn't be. Not with me here. If you were to remove the beach backdrop and you could only read the words with no pictures, this would sound kind of dirty. I snort a little and Victoria cocks a brow at me. Do you have something to say? No, not at all. Victoria shuts her eyes and then starts walking, making me follow after her as usual. By the way, Max, Victoria turns to look at me, catching me fiddling with the end of my cardigan. It all looks good on you. Of course it does, since I put it together. Hey, don't act like I didn't help out. The laugh Victoria gives me is so genuine I'm almost shocked still by it. Sure. I think I might end this episode here. I don't want the last episode to be too short because I'm kind of worried that I'll go to record the last episode and there'll only be 5 minutes left and then we'll have a really short, awkward episode. So I'm going to end this here. The next episode might be a longer one so we can try and finish this. I don't know. But I'm going to stop. But first of all, let's save. Okay, I didn't know we used those, but apparently so. Let's save and go to main menu. Yes. It said we have an extra picture bonus. I don't know how many of these we got, but... Okay, so this must have been from the Rachel route, maybe? Max, Lisa and I have decided to elope. Don't come looking for us. Rachel Amber. So I guess that's the bad ending or something. I don't completely know. Then there's this one, which I think is Chloe and Rachel, maybe? And these ones are locked. Endings we have 2 of. We have this one, the prize-filled one, which is adorable, and Rachel and Max. I think that might have been the good ending rather than the great ending, but it's fine. Contest photos, we have that one of Rachel and that one of Chloe. There's so many. I guess that could be incentive for you guys to go and play the game yourself. You definitely should support the developers. If I remember, I'll put a link in the description to where you can download it. But if you want to see what all these other pictures are, you can download it and play it for yourself and do different choices to what I did. And we have a bunch of backgrounds. Cool. Okay, so I guess the bonus I unlocked was this one. I'm not too sure. But thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. And I'll see you guys all in the next video. Bye everyone.